I stumbled upon some information, some very valuable, very alternative information about diabetes about 3.5 years ago by an American microbiologist and nutritionist called Dr. Robert O. Young. Nobody knew about it. And because of, I knew people that had suffered from diabetes, I kind of had an affinity for that marketplace. And I knew it was important for me as a marketeer, as an internet marketeer, to go out and reach that group of people, because otherwise there was no way they were going to find out about it. It would be very, very it would be very rare for them to come across this information. So I knew it was kind of down to me kind of thing. So that's how I decided to go after that market. Now, once I knew I was going to go after that market, the question about what do they need and what kind of product to create, what kind of website, what kind of traffic generation, it all stemmed from that first decision of going after that market. It was very simple. If I decided that the market is diabetes, people with diabetes, great. Here's where I'm going to find them. Here's the product that they want. They want an ebook. They want an MP3. They want something to learn about how to reduce their intake of insulin, for example. And they want and the website that's going to be created is very simply the explanation of this product. It was very, very simple to do that once I decided what the market was. Now, how did you decide about what markets you went into? First of all, what are the markets that you're into right now? What are your main niche market or niche markets?
The niche markets I'm in is online video guitar lessons, dating advice for guys.
Okay.
We'll explain more about that later, maybe. Personal development stuff, which is just general psychology, spiritual principles, things like that. And also wealth creation, YouTube products.
Go on.
For listeners at home, Mark Anastasi has just removed his shirt. And
well, it's getting very hot here. It's about 35, 40
it
degrees.
It is Cyprus, after all.
I am giving Ben a bit of a striptease here. So there you go, listeners. I am stripped down to my waist in my underwear, and I'm continuing this interview. By the way, did you know that most radio show hosts are naked when they're doing the shows? So you're saying about your niche markets, okay, Ben. So you're saying about guitar lessons and the helping men with how to approach women kind of thing. With that, in your website there is PUAroutines.com, right? PUA-routines.com.
Yeah.
And you have vguitarlessons.com.
Yeah.
So how come you? And also, I think another market that you're into is personal development. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, try not to be distracted by my beautiful chiseled body, and tell us why. How did you come across those? Why did you create products in those three markets?
Well, I was always aware right from the start that there's two ways you can go about choosing what product you're going to create. You can either take an area of expertise that you've already got and run with it. And, that's what I did with the guitar lessons, because it was a skill I already had, and it seemed logical that I might as well create a product that I can sell online. But really, the other way of doing it is researching and finding a niche and finding a market, something that people are looking for information, or something that people have got a problem that they're frustrated about and they need a solution for it.
Right.
And
so
then
doing the research for a large enough market of people that are interested and that they're looking for a solution.
And something that that would be something that you wouldn't necessarily have the solution for, but you then have to go and find the solution and sell it to them. So in my case, it was something I already knew about. It was a skill I already had, and I thought, let's just do it. I'll create this.
I see, and I know of your passion, where we already talked about your passion for personal development and how you got into all of this at a very young age, in fact. So that would explain the other market. And how about the whole PUA, which stands for Pickup Artist, basically, PUA-routines.com, PUA-routines.com. How did you get into all of that about learning about how to approach women, how to attract women, how to be in a relationship with women? Because let's face it, most guys today don't know or don't understand women and don't understand how to begin a relationship, how to approach women. So, but how did you get into this marketplace kind of thing? What was the what triggered you into doing this?
Well, at first I never intended for it to be an internet business. I never imagined that it would. It started off as a personal quest to try and understand women. So, and the thing is, what I discovered, there was already a lot of books on the market, and I started reading these books about dating advice, how women think, and all this type of thing. And I started reading it. I thought, oh crikey, I could actually apply this and get better quality women in my life. So during that journey, I realised that I had I look around at my friends and I realised that they were just as confused about women as I was.
Yes.
And it got to a point where I had solutions for them and I was teaching them what I knew. And so it reached a point where I thought, I can create a web product for this.
I remember talking about this with you, and you were telling me about a couple of your friends who had practically never had a relationship, or just one relationship a long time ago, and they were so shy around women. They just didn't know how to approach a woman. That and when you talked about this, it reminded me of a friend of mine that I have, I think he only has been in 1 or 2 relationships, and he is so shy around women. But it's a real pain in his life because he wants to be in a relationship, but the pain or the embarrassment of possibly being shut down, turned down kind of thing for a date, let's say, is so much that he's now 27 years old and he's only been maybe in 1 relationship in his life, and that's it. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, that amount of pain and maybe loneliness and you want the companionship of a beautiful goddess, as we say, a woman who's spiritual and beautiful and all of those things. And if you don't know how to get into a relationship, I mean that's a real big pain area for a lot of men, and there's so much loneliness out there. So I guess that kind of, with all that knowledge that you'd gained, that's how you wanted to share it with more people, I assume?
Yeah, that's right. I figured out some solutions that worked for me, and I might add, it's not about manipulating women into bed or anything like that. It's really just about,
God forbid.
God forbid. It's really just about developing your own self-confidence, so you can have more choice and
Yes. And these skills actually help men within relationships as well, because you get to understand the female point of view or the female psychology much better as well. Because I know that you've shared quite a few things with me, and I've started looking into it and reading some more about it, and it's been fascinating. I thought I understood women. I didn't know anything of it. It was just scary. I should have never been unleashed on the female population in the first place without knowing this stuff in the first place. So now you have these 3 markets, and kind of in a sense these markets found you. So you didn't go down the route of really researching it. It was more of a natural progression. You had the skills in personal development and guitar playing and in this PUA thing. So you kind of went naturally. You were passionate about these things, so you shared it with more people. Yes.
I followed my passion on these, and it's worked out well because I've been shrewd about it, and I've made sure that I've created products that people are going to want to buy. But I might add that a lot of people fall into this trap, I think you'll agree, Mark, of creating a product that is something they're interested in or something they're passionate about. It doesn't necessarily guarantee that that's going to be a good.
That is very true. I mean, you've been somewhat lucky in the fact that what you're interested in has had a commercial appeal. Now, a very important element of wealth creation, I feel, is what I call commercial awareness, which means, do you know what sells?